and being able to come back out and play baseball, your way and the way it's meant to be played, and having fun again, and being competitive but not having to be an asshole about it, like is a nice kind of feeling, like to get back out there and just play baseball to play baseball. And I think that's been the glory of this whole Sandlot story.
That's J.W. Galloway reflecting on his time playing with the Austin Senators. Welcome to Sandlot Social Club. I'm Adam, your host. I play Sandlot with the Cap City Cobras. JW and I sat down on the back patio at King B on an extremely hot Texas evening to discuss the story of the Senators and getting back to playing baseball. Cicadas hummed all around us, but I think it sounds just right. Oh, and JW also plays rugby. Remember that? All right, that's it. We're ready to play ball. So you were born with like a baseball glove?
Pretty much. I think maybe day 2 they gave it to me, but there's stories of me as a kid being able to recite all the different players on different teams, like before I could, go to school. I was always the underdog players. I think Scott Service was my favorite player growing up, perennial backup catcher. Now the Mariners manager. I always wore number 9 as a kid. Because of Scott Service. I think I showed up to T-ball in full catcher's gear, and they're like, you don't need that. And I was like, yeah, no, this is what catchers wear.
JW never did play catcher, but he did play a lot of baseball, and eventually that led him to the Senators.
Lee Nix and Jim Dow, they were playing a bit with the El Paso team when they come into town. I'd known Jim for a while at that point and played beer league softball and stuff with him. And he called me and was like, hey, we want to start a team. We want to call them the Austin Senators after the old minor league team here in town. Would you be interested? And I was like, heck yeah. And us 3, and then I think a guy named Bob that worked at Hops and Grain Brewing. I think we're the first 4 at the meeting trying to figure out, how to start a team here, and just started calling people and played the Playboys. I think we had 9 or 10 people for our first game, and we always joke with Grackles. They I think started before us, but we played our first game before them. So who started first? Yeah. And I think the Playboys beat us 99-0. It was bad. We had a guy, I looked at him and we're all complaining man, these bats are a lot heavier than we remember. He's like, I don't know what you are talking about. This is fine. I see him go up to bat and he's swinging the fungo. And I was like, it's a bad start. We got better.
What happened? What's it been like since then? Where do you go from there?
It's been good. It's been fun. I've really enjoyed it, not just on the baseball side, but I do all the, social media stuff and design the jerseys and T-shirts and hats and all that. And it gives me, an outlet for my creative side that I don't get at work or in life. So I get baseball and, creativity outlets through this, which has been awesome. The team, we went through kind of a rebuilding phase coming out of COVID last season, but come back strong. We've got probably 13 to 16 people showing up each game now. So feeling like a good squad, especially in this heat.
Yeah, y'all have put together some deep squads. The past 2 times we've played you, and I feel like it's been a mix of people. I feel like we played 2 different teams almost sometimes.
Yeah.
Which is
I think we have 30 rostered right now to get that many showing up. So some games it's a whole new crowd.
Yeah.
but it's been fun. It's working for us.
What are some favorite memories of yours from playing on the Senators?
Oh man, Marfa last year was just incredible. I'm excited y'all are coming out this year. The Marfa team, the guys, they're just outstanding, good people. The true Sandlot vibes out there. I mean, the field is truly a Sandlot, and I've been going out there since 2011, at least once a year, if not more. And there's the most fun I've had out there. I mean, everyone treating you as a local, oh, you're here for the baseball? That's awesome. I'm going to swing by for an inning or two. And it was a fun time, and having the, El Paso team in, and the Oil Dogs were out there too. So it was a fun little group. Same with going up to Tulsa. The road trips have just been fun, seeing how other teams treat people coming in is great. We've had a lot of great games with y'all over the years. Y'all are always, we jokingly call y'all our rival.
Oh yeah. That's one of my. I wanted to ask you about that. Yeah.
And it's nothing actual sinister. I think the Grackles call y'all their rival as well, but they're actually trying to have a rivalry with y'all. And we're we just playing them. So any chance we get, we're gonna try to get an extra game with the Cobras because we have fun.
That last
either
game
way
was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
it was a back and forth.
Yeah,
kind of mash fest.
It was fun.
Because I've been thinking about this a lot, about what the parts of a good baseball game are. What do I think a good baseball game is now? And like I said about our last game, I felt like that was a good baseball game, and I liked that it had kind of these movements in it. Y'all hit a bunch of home runs, had this big lead. We kind of came back, made it close. It just had that kind of baseball narrative that I like. So I'm curious for you, when you're experiencing a game, do you experience it that way?
Definitely. Yeah. I don't get overly competitive about it because I think I get that competitive itch out with rugby. So yeah. I hate losing more than I enjoy winning. Yeah. But out there, it never matters to me. As long as there's a back and forth and everybody feels like we're in it and we're playing and everyone's enjoying it, and there's some script to it almost. Yeah. It's almost it's written to be that way. That's what I always enjoy.
What's your game day ritual? You've got a game Saturday.
Yeah.
So walk me through. What's your morning like?
Yeah. It's still very similar to my rugby one, which I'm trying to find a better one for baseball. Typically, I'll get up early and cook myself breakfast. If morning game, we're playing at 11, so I always try to eat, at latest eat 3 hours before the game. Tomorrow, I'll probably start looking at who will be there and building a lineup and coming up with an idea. I always try to get to the field super early. Can rarely beat you all there, but typically beat other teams. Beat you all there Saturday for the first time.
You did beat us there.
Yeah. Because I was at rugby at 7 a.m. and then went from rugby straight to there. So beat you all there for probably the first time ever playing against y'all. I think I'm so used to having all of the stuff to bring, and I try to get there so I can get the lineup done so I can actually stretch and throw and get ready for the game too, which rarely happens because I'm trying to still piece together a lineup.
What's your Sandlot approach to creating a lineup?
Yeah. One of my buddies who I play softball with always would say it this way, and it's a much nicer way to say it. And it's speed, power, and a little up and down. So first couple guys you want speed guys, and then guys that maybe not as fast, but maybe can hit the ball a little further, or maybe they're just not as fast. Kind of up and down. I've been trying to mix it up this year, just trying to find what works for us. And the last game seemed to work. We played it better than we had for a while.
So take me back to those early days when you're first starting to talk about the team, how did you fall on Austin Senators? I know that they were an older minor league team. Was that something y'all knew about and just kind of were in agreement about, or you tossed around a couple other ideas, or was it just there for you?
So, like those early days, the first first six teams, 2017, I guess the second three, everyone kind of had a theme to them. Like, Playboys were all artists and musicians and stuff, and Harneras had some teachers and guys in construction, and there's some artists as well. And then y'all had a lot of guys in the bar industry and things like that. And we were the first team that was predominantly white collar jobs, full team. So we were joking we were the bad guys from the Sandlot. So the initial idea of uniforms, we were gonna do NASCAR, just all these different logos, sponsors all over, and just make them made up, BP oil, Walmart, everything that pissed everybody else off.
The lobbies.
Yeah. And they decided maybe we'll go real baseball uniforms, but we want to do the nice, crisp white ones from the Sandlot, the bad guys from the Sandlot. And that was our not vibe in the way we're going to act around people, but the look we were going for.
And y'all do look classy.
Yes.
In those uniforms.
I've enjoyed it. Designing the uniforms have been almost as fun as playing. Just getting that creativity side. We were talking earlier. I've been making baseball helmets now, or painting baseball helmets would be the more great. I'm not actually making baseball helmets.
I need to plastic in your backyard.
Yeah, just in my apartment, and just molding. It's I'm working on my third one now, and so I've been telling anybody that wants one, just let me know and I'll make you one.
When you're playing in a game, what brings you the most joy?
I really love batting, and I love a good battle. I had a good one on Saturday against y'all. They're 0-2 count, battle back, got it to 3-2, and fouled some off, and then hit a home run, and it's probably I'm still living on that high.
Oh yeah, that was a great at bat.
Yeah. I had a good one with the hards like that too, where just battling back, it's a good feeling. I've also been on a big base stealing high. As a bigger guy, guys do not expect me to steal.
But
we got 12 last season. If I get on base, I'm running. It's just the greatest feeling. Even getting thrown out, if it's close, I don't even care. That was just fun.
JW always does seem to be having a great time on the ball field, whether he's stealing or not. And so before we got out of there, I asked him why baseball makes him so happy.
I don't know. I don't know if it's a, childhood thing that's just always, is always there, kind of. But there's nothing about it I dislike. The people, the atmosphere, the sounds around it. I'm never unhappy around a baseball field. There's just, something about it that makes it almost religious experience. Kind of always loved the Sandlot service, the Sunday Sandlot service. Early days of the long time, they would always have a game on Sunday and call it the Sunday service game. I was like, that's man. It is a religion to some of us.
What are you hopeful for with where it goes?
Man, I've always thought about that, and I don't know if I have any hopes or dreams from it. I think just I love seeing it grow. I love that more people are finding it. I don't think it has to become anything for it to be successful. I think a lot of early days of rugby in Texas and the U.S. where they were just doing the same thing, hey, we're playing rugby and we're just finding other teams to play, and hey, you live up in Dallas, you want to start a rugby team and we'll drive up and play y'all, and things like that. And now it's become this monstrosity of USA Rugby ran, and that's not really the vibe of Sandlot. And there's those leagues, there's those men's leagues that have that, like, if that's what people want. I don't know. I've given it a lot of thought, in the past, and just really don't have any expectations for it. And I think that's kind of the beauty of it. Like, let it just, become what it becomes, and like, we don't need to push it to be anything that it's not. And that's Sandlot.
Thanks, JW, for coming on the show. Thanks for listening. If you like this episode, please consider leaving a review. Would you believe we have 0 reviews? None. You can also follow us on Instagram at Sandlot Social Club Podcast for new episode teasers and even more sounds of Sandlot. Here's JW with one last and crucial ingredient in the Senators' baseball recipe.
We always say that it's a baseball for all mentality with the Senators. Like, it doesn't matter if you never played baseball before, you were, a minor league player, you were a girl, guy, whatever, like, it's there for everything.